Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this clip art. It's pretty clean. It's not that fuzzy, but they're having trouble with some multiple colors that are actually in the drawing when we trace it. And I think the multiple colors are coming from just shades of color. So we're not going to really do anything. We're going to check the sample. I've already raised it to 300 dots per inch, and that's pretty important. Go to Outline, Trace, and Clip Art. It's going to take just a second, and it's already done it, and say OK, and then your trace copy is normally on top. So you can see it's removed most of the background. There's some white in the center, but this is the part that's concerning him, is the different shades of color and grays that maybe shouldn't be there. So, and also his hair, he mentioned. So first of all, we're going to grab it and we're going to go to Object and we're going to go Group and ungroup it. And by doing that, now we can click on that and get rid of that background. Now that's only white that's really left, so we're going to get rid of our yellow background. And here's where they're having trouble, or their concern is the two shades of color. So we're going to delete that. Now, and we're actually going to delete that and that. Those should all three be the same color. If you will take your color eyedropper tool and take a sample there and pour it, I missed it. It's almost easier probably let's do it with the Smart Fill tool. The Smart Fill tool basically has a sharper point. So we're going to get the eyedropper tool. We're going to grab that and look at that. Now all that's one color. Now there is a line, and probably for printing you could just barely see it. We could take that away. We could actually take that away and then use the Smart Fill tool on the whole thing and get rid of that line. Now just go around the whole image, and if you see this gray, it's what's left over. You know, just little bitty bits and pieces. And then if like inside the flower, I would just delete those, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Now, here's where the kind of the problem is we've got no color here, and we've got a formation. So I would take that one away by deleting. Now get your Smart Fill tool and get your eyedropper and get this color and then fill that in. And it fills in all the excess parts. You don't have to move lines around, so on and so on. The other concern was like at the bottom of the wheel, he said, if you use the shape tool and you select it and then just take all the shape. Now this square bottom is basically because it was out of the picture. So I'm going to select both those nodes and I'm going to hit delete. I'm actually going to just take the shape tool and just bring that in. Maybe even deleting one or two of these nodes. The other thing he mentioned was the hair color. Well, there was one more, the pot. Same thing on the pot. Just delete all that stuff. Now, if you want that same color, bring that color out to here. Take your Smart Fill tool, your eyedropper, take a sample of that, and fill that in. I can also notice that there is a kind of a maroon color, back there. Let's try, well, we can't really delete it, but what we can do is take the Smart Fill tool again and get that color of black and then fill that in with black. Now you're going to have a little bit of line around there, so you might want to consider changing that. The other thing was up in his, see, like there's a little piece right there. I would just go over the whole thing. There's a little, looks like something blue. Whoop. I get distracted. No, I guess that's okay. There's a little piece of gray up here. But just go over the whole thing. Now the next thing was his hair. He wanted his hair to be black. And if you fill this in with black, you can definitely see a line. So what you can do is, let's take that away, and let's see what happens when we no fill it. And and put it in an outline. Now what we can do is take the pick tool or virtual segment delete key and delete that line. A little bit stubborn line there. And the same thing on the back of his head. And whenever you get into something like that, it's just broken nodes or double lines. Now let's take the Smart Fill tool and see there's a little bit of cleanup there. Now his hair is black. There's no lines. Everything's back to normal. Let's fix the top of his hat and then we'll be done. I actually like working with the shape tool because you can tell that this is a different shape. So we'll just delete it. And then take these two nodes and delete them. And you can actually, now here's a good point. There's an outline. If we select it all and hit delete, it just took the outline away from the whole graphic. Now his hat's a little bit messed up because we took the nodes away, but very easily with your handles, you can bring that back, and when two nodes were that close, I would just delete them. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Oh, I thought, what is this? And it's that color that I pulled out. Anyway, I hope that helped him a little bit. Thank you for watching.